We're going to get started now that I've got all the note takers in place. How's everybody doing tonight?
Awesome.
Hey,
Great.
Drew.
Well, I want to tell you this is a special night for us. We are coming towards the end of the year, and we are doing very well in Area 1B. In fact, we have, as of Sunday, 30 clubs that we've formed. And we've done a tremendous job. And I have to give a lot of credit to District Governor Cindy Zhang of C4, 4C4. She's done a bang-up job with 13 clubs this year. And so that's really kind of cool. We are also just under 700 plus. We're doing really bang-up job across the board.
So, since you're pretty open, based
Could
on
you all go on mute, please?
going on this evening, can I let you know tomorrow morning or late tonight?
There we go. All right. We have 5 clubs in the queue. And of those 5 clubs, I suspect at least 3 of them will be formed before the end of the year. I'm told by my good in Alaska that we are going to get that Sitka club. And we also have another club down in L3, the True Blue Nurses Club. And they've got 16 members, and they'll be getting another 4 and bringing everything back in order very soon. So I'm looking forward to that. Could you all go on mute, please? 14 of our 26 districts are positive. That is really kind of cool. In 36, we have 1 that's positive or 0, and we have just 3 that are pretty close to their numbers. In MD4, we have 9 that are positive and 5 that are negative. In MD49, 1 is positive, 1 is negative. And in 50, they are negative, but they're hanging in there. And in MD19, there's 3 positives and 2 negatives. So we're doing well across the board. And I really have to tell you, you did a tremendous job in getting our clubs off of the accounts balances sheet. We are now down to 61 clubs, impacting 778 Lions. Now for the news we don't want to hear. We have 61 clubs on status quo. We've got to do something about those clubs. Everybody's been given a sheet of what clubs those are, and you can see them each week in the weekly leader. But we need to get a handle on those clubs. We don't want to eliminate.
Yeah. Can we just
Could we all go on mute, please? We don't want to lose those clubs that we've got and the members that we have. We also did something else that was really cool. We upped our percentage reporting of service, and we're now reporting up to 71% across the board. And that's pretty good because we were in the 60s. Very neat thing that we did, and that is we have all the FVDG goals in for all of our area. So out of all of our districts, all of our FVDGs got their goals in. That's pretty darn good. We've got the summit coming up on June 19th through 21st. And then we also have a telethon that's coming up, Telethon 6, that's premiering June 7th. This is your opportunity to see a global storytelling event where lions, Leos, families, and friends, we all come together to celebrate the people and moments that show why service matters to lions. So if you get a chance, go to lionsvirtual.org. The telethon supports LCIF, and it's being held June 7th. I just wanted to give you a brief update on what's happening in Area 1B. But now I want to get to the reason you're all here. And it's to see me. Because you came to see a Mark. And I'm not going to disappoint you. We have a Mark. And we have an exceptional Mark. Our first International VP, Mark Lyon, is here tonight. And he's going to share some words of wisdom with us about how to approach the year end and what to do for the new year coming up. So, Mark, will you take it away?
Thank you, Mark. We got three powerhouse Marks on tonight too. So with Mark Mansell on as well. So thank you so much for giving me a chance to visit with you guys tonight. I really wanted to be here to thank you. Yes, I know that we've got 5 or 6 weeks of really making that last effort to make our numbers stick at the end of the year. We know that that June 30 number is going to be an impactful number for the Lions in CA1. But this group, this group that's here tonight, is responsible for half of the positive numbers that we're seeing across Constitutional Area 1. That is a remarkable achievement, and you should all be very proud of the effort that you've put into making that happen. We're going to report tomorrow with PID Pat during Worldwide Reporting Day. The real news of positivity of it, we're between 1,400 and 1,500 to the positive right now with a great number of clubs. With that 30 clubs that you have chartered within this group, again, that is probably almost a quarter of all the clubs that have been chartered across CA1 this year. So congratulations to all of you. You have been working incredibly hard, and we all know that. And that's why it's so important that we continue to focus right up to the end of the year, and prepare ourselves for next year. We've got one more year of Mission 1.5, and we've still got a lot of work to do, and we all know that. We've got really aggressive targets that we're going to shoot for, and we're going to do the very best we can. That's all we can ask of any of you, is to do your very best. We know that we have turned a great corner in CA1 with bringing a new culture of growth and impact to all of our Lions. And that shows so well in your area. It shows so well how important that is for you. And what's the most important thing is that you're increasing your service activities too. That's what it's all about. When we start the new year, I am putting service back on the top of the heap. Everybody's going to know that service is the most important thing for our Lions, and service is what's going to drive our membership numbers in the final year of Mission 1.5. I know that you all have great ideas, great enthusiasm, and great Lions and Leos that are going to drive the service cause all the way through all of next year. And then we're going to celebrate because we're going to be helping more people. We're going to be doing greater projects that are impacting more people in more communities than we've ever seen before. Again, this group, looking at the numbers, and I know that Mark has shared some of the metrics with you already. You've got 71% club reporting at this point in time for this group, which is high. We want to continue to see that. But I got to tell you, I was just in Ohio, and they have 99% reporting for their clubs right now. And that's the third year in a row that they've reported 99% of their service activities online. We need to all get to that point. We need to be able to see the great work that our Lions are doing every day. And so we need to continue to strive to do that. But for now, this group is focused on impact and growth. And I couldn't be more happy to be with you here tonight. we've got a great team that is going to be coming to the GAT Summit too. Mark mentioned June 19th through the 21st in Atlanta is our GAT Summit for this year. We have, I'm thinking, and Pat can correct me if I'm wrong, about 480 to 500 people registered right now. We have a potential for close to 750 people to be attending this thing. And it's really important that all of our districts are represented at the GAT Summit. We know that many of the Lions have been involved with GAT matters on the membership and extension side since day one of Mission 1.5, and they may think that they don't need the extra training, but we have revamped the curriculum. We've revamped the mission and the purpose for the training, and it's important for everybody to be there. So if you can please make sure that you're checking with your leadership teams, with the DGEs, and with the GETs and GMT folks to make sure that they register. Today is actually the deadline for registering for the Atlanta GAT Summit, but I think we can squeeze you in. I think we'll make room for you. It's that important that you're there, joining with us to learn the best ways to continue to grow the impact that we're having on our communities every day. I'm going to stop there because I can stay on the soapbox all night long. You've got some great leaders on this call. I see so many familiar faces, people that have been engaged in this process for a long time and are seeing great results because they're just doing their very best and they understand how important this is to our association. I'm really proud to be moving into a different role next year. I think we have a message that's going to resonate really well with every Lion because we're bringing service back. And we're going to make a big difference, especially in Constitutional Area 1, where that's the bread and butter. That's that foundation of why we serve as Lions. And we're just going to talk about it till we're blue in the face, everybody. But we're going to make a difference, and we're going to have a great year ahead. But let's finish this year strong. Let's listen to Mark and Pat and whoever else is going to be sharing news, to Juanita. I see you there too. We've all got great stories to tell and momentum to continue to build. So thanks for letting me sit in tonight. I'm going to stick with you through the whole meeting tonight.
Would you be open to taking some questions?
Absolutely, Mark. But the tough ones go to Mark Mansell.
I can arrange that.
Thank you.
If you have a question, raise your digital hand and we'll call on you. This is your opportunity to find out what's going to happen next year.
Unless you're sitting with Ken Ibarra, then you can't ask questions. Oh, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Is that Linda Barbara?
She's on my screen. It is Linda Barbara in the flesh. Hi, everyone. Hi, Pat. Hi, everyone. Hello. Love you all. Mark, I have one question, and many people on the screen already know what it's going to be. And I just want to know, have you heard of Magic Yarn?
Yes, I have. And so has my lovely wife, Lynn.
Awesome. That was the perfect answer. So I know everyone would be disappointed if I didn't say that. So there's a whole big story there. Thank you for hearing about it. Thank you for your wife doing it. And I want you to promote it as much as you can. And
I hope we see it at the forum in Memphis.
Yes, you will. I will be there and I'm going to talk to you about it. So thank you for that. I'll see you there. Bye, everybody.
Lion CC Cherie.
Hey, everybody. Hi, Mark. Good to see you again.
Hey, Cherie, you keep your eyes on the road, okay?
I am. No hands. No hands. I got a two-part question. Well, first off, I want to apologize for LB. I've not had a GAT team meeting yet this year where she hasn't wiggled that project into the narrative. So one way or another. So, but it's a good project. Two-part. The first part is, can you talk a little bit about any changes that they're going to make on how we are managing our Leo clubs? It's really difficult inside the portal to have visibility of our kids, have visibility of our Leo advisors, and being able to do things inside the portal so that we can make sure our records are straight. That's the first question. And the second question is, I know ID Liz already told me your answer to my Club Excellence Award question, but I would like to know if you can at least reconsider The first part, which is entrance of the club leadership for next year by May 15th. Many clubs don't even have their elections done until the end of May. And so that cuts out a majority of clubs from even being eligible for that Club Excellence Award next year.
Thank you, Sherry. On the Leo side of things, I know that we're looking at new ways to record the data. It's a big issue for us, especially in the U.S. with the majority being alpha Leos and age of majority issues. I know that Mark Mansell is working with the Constitution and Bylaws Committee too, as well with the youth protection policy and things that are going on in that regard. It's a long time coming, but it's going to happen. We're going to make sure that it happens. But so reporting is kind of dovetailing into some of those activities. Mark Mansell, correct me if I'm wrong. But we need to make sure that we do it the right way. There's a lot of part of the worlds that focus on Omega Leos are going through these massive ups and downs with their membership, trying to get an accurate number going. But I think we have a tougher time here in the U.S. and other parts of the world that are focused on the alphas. But it's an ongoing issue. Mark, is there anything that you can add on that from the perspective of your committee reviews?
Well, the relative to the youth protection policy or the
Yeah.
yeah, well, I'm really confident we are going to have a set of guidelines ready for approval as a June board meeting, and I want to give a huge tip of my hat to MD4. Your leading the way with your youth protection policy was a huge part of that conversation and a real benchmark for us as a committee to look at. And so I feel confident we'll do that. The work ahead will be how to operationalize it and how to connect it in a way that allows districts and multiple districts to get on board and get that ball rolling. So hopefully we'll be able to, and maybe Mark, you can have a influence on this. That if we're really serious about this, my position is we should check to see if you're going to get a grant, LCIF or a LCI grant. You should be able to say, "Hey, we're in process, or we have a youth protection policy." It's that important, and we've raised that issue, and hopefully that'll be part of that.
Yeah. Thanks, Mark and Shuri. I will loop back with our IT folks at headquarters. We're gonna, in fact, Sue Ben, the head of technology, is going to be on the Wisdom Wednesdays tomorrow night. That would be a great question to ask her about how we're addressing the record keeping for our Leos.
Thank you.
Mark, I think is it tomorrow night or is it Thursday night? Is it LCI live?
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right, Mark. It is LCI live on Thursday night, not Wisdom Wednesdays tomorrow.
Yeah. So if you go to lionsusa.org, you can look at that and log into that. I think it'd be really beneficial for you to ask that question to Sue on Thursday.
Okay, we have a question from DGE, Marianne Allen.
Hi, Mark. How are you?
I'm great, DGE, Marianne Allen.
I do have one question regarding your service weeks and how you're going to package your service. The reason I'm asking that is because I have my first district meeting in August and would like to kind of have a heads up to plan.
Yeah.
Waiting till after Hong Kong doesn't give us a lot of time. So I'm just wondering if you're going to release it before or if you can give me a hint.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna give you a good hint. So we're doing 3 weeks of service again next year. The focus will be a little bit different. We're gonna start in the fall with vision. We're gonna do youth in January, and we're gonna repeat environment in April. The exact days, I do not have that in front of me right now.
That's fine.
But it's okay because we have removed the requirement that the service be done during that week. You can do those weeks of service at any time that's convenient for you in your respective districts, and report it at any time. We put a handicap on some folks when we did that, and it was after the fact, and people missed out on that because it was communicated after the due date and people just couldn't get organized. But yes, uh,
I'm good.
service projects will be able to be completed throughout the 26-27 Lions year. And we've actually made some of those weeks 10 days too, because we're kind of building them around some of the UN days of the World Children's Day and Pediatric Cancer Awareness Day for children, which are big events on the UN calendar. And we want to be able to offer lots of different opportunities for clubs to do some new things with respect to service around pediatric cancer. On the vision side of things, there's events around World Sight Day and other activities that we want to promote as well. And of course, in the environment in the spring is kind of bookended with World Environment Day, which we're hoping to be a much larger partner with the United Nations Environmental Program in the coming year. You got it. You got it.
Great question and really great answer. Any other questions? We can find out the future here today, folks.
Not everything.
Okay, we're going to carry on.
Mark, you have DG Liz Yo.
Yeah.
I do?
Yep.
Then let's go to her.
Is there any update? I'm sorry, District Governor Liz Yo, San Diego, District 4L6. Is there any update on the upcoming Hong Kong activities, parade and or security and or other issues?
Yeah, I can give you a real brief synopsis on that. So the international parade is not being held. That is a done deal. There were too many hurdles that we could not overcome working with the local government there on public property that they would just not let us do what we had intended to do. We looked at every option, believe me. We have tried so many different options to get the parade. But what we will be doing is kind of a unique thing. So on the last day of the convention, after the final plenary session, we will be gathering at the AWE to set a world record for performing Tai Chi. This is a kind of a unique thing that was lifted up by the Hong Kong Lions. There's an opportunity to break a world record it's actually connected with one of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals for doing things together and exercising and all that. It's not a hard thing to do. It's something everybody can do. And we're inviting everybody to wear their costumes from their countries, their nations, and be able to show off things in the AWE while we break this world record on the morning of the 7th. So that is gonna replace it. It is. I know it's not a real replacement, but it's gonna get everybody together in a very celebratory environment with costumes and things like that as well.
Can I cut into that one, VP Mark? Is it true when you said so we got plenary sessions that are a day early now? So there'll be Saturday, Sunday, and Monday.
Mm-hmm.
And you're saying that the Tai Chi demonstration will be Monday morning. So I believe I read it right that the third plenary session will be in the afternoon.
That is correct.
Yeah. So first two plenary sessions will be typical 9 a.m. to noon. And then the third plenary session, which is the installation and everything, will start at 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, about that. I believe that's the correct time. And
so,
then the
schedule went out, and I want everyone to just pay attention to that schedule that came out from LCI convention.
Yep. And then the next morning is when we'll do the Tai Chi, and then the evening event will be the meet and greet, the photography session at the AWA as well.
And one last thing, Linda Barber wanted to mention Magic Yarn.
I've never heard of that, but thank you. Maybe we should talk more about that another time.
May I ask further, part two, is there any update on the electronic security in and out? Do you have any comment on that for us? And the third part is the harder question about ethnicity and going in and out.
These are tough questions, DG Liz. You know, the issue around security with your devices and things is nothing new. I've gone into Hong Kong several times in the last couple of years. There's always been an opportunity for local officials to pull someone out of line and say, "Can I see your phone, please?" That's it's not a new law, but it's been broadcast more. And I know that California has been raising this issue for a couple of months now on what LCI can do. LCI can do nothing about that. People are bringing burner phones with them just as a safeguard. I feel very comfortable. I'm bringing my laptop. I'm bringing my phones. I'm just doing business as usual because I've had nothing but wonderful experiences going into Hong Kong, and I don't think I'm gonna worry about that. The ethnicity issue, yeah, everyone is making their own decisions. We know that there are lions from the US and other parts of the world that are deciding not to go to Hong Kong for their own personal reasons. We cannot control that, unfortunately, and it's unfortunate that we live in a world where we have to feel that way and have to make those decisions, especially belonging to an organization like Lions that is totally open to all people and all ways of thinking and is non-political and non-religious. But those situations will exist for people on a case-by-case basis, and they have to make those decisions based on what's in their heart. You know, I that's about all I can say.
Thank you.
Mary Ann?
Oh, no, I lowered my hand because Liz asked the question. So
Was
I'm
it
good.
about magic yarn?
Of course, it's always about magic yarn. Linda knows that.
I think it's time to move on, Mark.
Oh, I know. I think we're going to get her a couple of cats for her magic yarn. Mark Mansell, you just wrote that you're going to do a session at the summit on grants. Would you mind giving us a heads up on what that might be?
Yeah, I've been working with Tracy Gray from LCI on what they're looking for in the 26-27 membership grants. And if you bring contact information, ideas about how you can apply for that grant. I'll drop in the chat if I can the criteria for that. But it's going to come out June 1st, and we should be ready to go to get those dollars. There's a lot of money there. You can get a $1,500 grant, and you've got to think about how you're going to get 2 clubs into that grant, and using the idea of pop-up service projects is what we're going toward that'll build to a service carnival or a service festival, whatever name you use. And that's the type of projects they're looking for to outward face into the community. And we've got templates and we've got the application, and our goal is walk out with a grant that you can get your folks to sign and hit the ground running, have that money right from the get-go. And then you get that done, you get that closed out, you can apply again if there's money available. And I think there's plenty of money that we can go after.
Thank you, Mark. PID Pat, anything you'd like to share with us about Constitutional Area 1?
Well, thank you so much, PDG Mark. Area leaders, you guys are doing amazing work. I can only ditto what our vice president has said about Area 1B. The way you work collaboratively, the way you include everyone, and everyone has a voice, and everyone can, you gain that trust among your leadership so that you can work collaboratively and be problem solvers together. And that is how we grow in our service, and that is how we attract new members, and we feel the confidence to invite other organizations to become Lions as specialty clubs or join together clubs and groups of people who are interested in one special magic yarn project. Those are the types of opportunities that you create when you show your confidence built upon this way you operate by being kind and generous to one another and support one another. And I just want to thank you for that. I want to share that Constitutional Area 1 is plus 1484 at this moment. And you know, we've sponsored 124 clubs. Now, 3,100 members came from those new clubs, which is half of our net gain. So imagine if we weren't sponsoring clubs. Would we be building our opportunity to serve for the future? And that's what we want to do, is replenish that opportunity for service. More hands equals more service equals bigger impact. So thank you so much. So excited about being with all of you in a few weeks in Atlanta.
Okay, at this point in time, I want to turn the meeting over to you. And this is your opportunity to do a little bragging. We're going to place a moratorium on magic yarn because I know that you all have magic yarn stories. But if you did something within the last week or so and you would like to brag about it, tell us your area, who you are, and what you did that was special. Marianne.
Well, we haven't done it yet, but we are chartering 2 Leo clubs coming up May 24th. One is Beckman High School, which is in Tustin. The other one is the Performing Arts Kids in Santa Ana. So we will be chartering both of those clubs and inducting their officers come May 24th.
Good, thank you. Great job. Who else wants to brag about something? There's no need to be shy. Jennifer Simpson.
Nothing, I guess, really fancy. Like, I haven't opened any clubs or anything yet, but I've been super excited about working with my new team. And we have been like cohesive the last few months with our communication. And, it's not one over the other, but just really working together. I'm excited about how our SWAT went and all the planning and again, just that cohesiveness that, I feel like I'm really enjoying. So I'm super excited about this year.
Good. That's great. Ed Glad.
Hi. I am working in my little town here with one of the town. I have 2 towns in my club, and one of the towns I convinced to do a printing of water conservation, so that our Lions Club is actually going to go out into the community and distribute by hand the water conservation tips for coming into this summer. We're going to have a very, very dry summer here in Oregon. And it's like pulling teeth to get the town to do the printing. So I wouldn't have to do the printing myself, but I'm really pleased that we're pulling that off.
Great. Thank you for sharing. Stan Weitzman. Okay, well, we're waiting for Stan.
All right, I got it. Sorry, I just
okay.
couldn't get the mouse to work right. Anyway, I wanted to kind of echo what DGE Jennifer just said. Dave Caplow, I know can't be at the meeting. He's at an installation right now, and he's done an excellent job of training all the zone chairs, getting everybody lined up, getting the GAT team lined up, and having meetings, regular meetings, and so that when July 1st hits, he'll be off and running. And so I think we had a good year last year, good year when I was district governor, and now we've got 3 excellent people coming in So we think our succession for the next 3 years is pretty good and could possibly get better.
Great. Dr. Liz.
I'd like to say that this week on Sunday night, I got a phone call that said we finally sealed the deal on the Encinitas Leos Club with 26 members, I believe. And so this week they're putting in the paperwork, but that's my first Leo club this year, so I'm really happy about that. And the second thing I want to brag about is that I've gone 11 months and not one of my clubs has been in status quo. We have 50 about, so 50 clubs, no status quo. Everybody got to vote and go to convention and all that. So that's my brag. Thank you.
Thank you. And the shy district governor from 4L2.
Thank you, Mark. PDG Mark. This is Angel. I see some of my district people online, and hello, all the Marks, all the Lion Marks. Good to see you guys online, and good to see all the fellow Lions. So are we? So right now, our district is doing pretty well. We're not number one. We're kind of like an underdog, but I want to applaud my team for really growing our membership this year. We have 200 plus net right now. But yes, we do have some clubs that are status quo. We have nudged them really hard, and they're about to pay. And some of them are already paid. In terms of my team, I've been telling other Lions that the winning formula is to appoint people who are better than you. So my GET, my GMT, they both had track records of chartering multiple clubs, growing multiple members. My GMT, her club, her board meeting is always 100% participation. So with a special district like ours, with multiple ethnicities, demographics, we have about 1/3 Asian, 1/3 legacy, and 1/3 Hispanic. I think I'm really proud of our district this year. I understand that we have a special Olympics club in our district right now, trying to charter a branch or a new club in a different continent, in Kenya, actually. So I feel like, with a special passion that we have as Alliance, we can do anything in the world. Thank you so much.
Thank you, District Governor Angel, for sharing that. Lion Drew Sasser, it's been a while since I've seen you.
It has. You've been hiding back there at Huntington Beach.
I have
I'll
been.
tell you. Well, listen, this is a little bit different, but I'm excited to tell you all that we've just posted our first podcast for the Multiple District 4. It's called Everything California Lions, and it is geared towards those non-Lions out there that just come across in a podcast. It will be airing every 2 weeks, a new one. And if you go online to any of your major things, Spotify or any of the ones you listen to your podcasts on, you can find it, everythingcalifornialions.org. And we're excited. It's our first one, and we got 4 more in the works right now. So you should be seeing more every other week. Thank you.
Super. Great news. Who else has a story to share? Okay. Juanita, have I left anything out?
No, you covered everything, and we're going to have very good representation from Constitutional Area 1B at the summit. We've been working really hard and making sure the teams are complete and the teams are able to work together and preparing them, especially with those 2 pre-planning meetings that we had. So we will continue working with everyone and making sure they're prepared with all the tools they need for the summit. But we're looking forward to the summit and all the fun stuff that comes along with it. Thank you.
See, I would like to take credit for appointing Juanita to her position, but I can't. All I can do is bask in the glory of how good she is. And I appreciate working with you.
Likewise, thank you.
On that note, as you know, I don't like to keep you guys longer than we have to. if there are no further questions, we're going to call it an evening. I'd like to thank VP Mark for attending and giving us all the opportunity to give him a lot of questions. And I appreciate ID Mark Mansell for his sharing today. That was great. And for Pat for what she shared. And
Go
on
get
that,
it, Pat. Go tomorrow. You're gonna crush it.
Okay, but I didn't hear any tidbits of questions, so I'll just have to take them as they come. No hints. It's all right. It's all good.
just in case you're wondering, Pat does what's called Worldwide Report Day. And that is a report to the executive committee.
Steering committee for Mission 1.5.
Steering committee for Mission 1.5. And they grill her. And if you're wondering, they ask very specific questions. And our president is very specific with his numbers. In fact, he's a human calculator. And so Pat has to go through that every quarter, and she does a great job at it. And it's tomorrow, and we're all looking forward to watching her on the hot seat.
Well, you guys make it easy. You guys are always on top of everything, and you inform me, and we have a good relationship, and that's what makes it work.
Let me add to that too. There are very few people in this world of Lions that know their business as much as Pat does, and she's able to share with the steering committee the real story. You know, the story behind the story, the growth that we've seen, and the hard work that's being done by everybody in all of the multiple districts and districts around the U.S. It's fun to watch you work, Pat. You know, and you've got a style that resonates really well with people and. But you've also got a good story based on all the hard work that all these people on the screen are doing too, and you know how to give credit where it's due. So,
Well, Mark, it's an
Mark's going to
honor.
be another good call for you.
It's just an honor to have all of these opportunities to serve our organization, to serve all of you. I've made so many friends through Lionism, and I just love it. Thanks for all you do.
Okay. Everyone have a great evening. Oh, Stan Weitzman has a question.
And you know what? One thing I just wanted to add, we have at corporate we have something called the corporate CSR committee. Our job on this committee is to get corporate sponsors. I don't know if you know it, but PIP Brian always says that 99% of all the donations that come to Lions Club come from members. And so we're trying to change that number. So if any of you